Hey, okay. So I talked about wanting to do more lost films, and I think I found the perfect one for Halloween. Because I want to stick with the Halloween theme. So this particular film is called Clothes Make the Pirate. It was released in 1925. Um, it has Leon Errol. I don't think we've ever come across him. Dorothy Gish and Nita Naldi. We've seen her quite a bit. Um, First of all, the whole concept of the film is this particular gentleman, Tremble-at-Evil Tid. That's the name of the character. I'm not lying. So Tremble-at-Evil Tid, it's like 18th century Boston. And he absolutely loved pirates. He just enjoys pirates. He's a big fan. And so he's just into it, and so at some point in the film he dresses like a pirate, and it actually scares his wife because she doesn't recognize him. And so he's walking around in his pirate outfit and everything, because who wouldn't? I have. I'll tell you the story sometime. And so he's walking around, and these pirates mistake him for their captain. And it just goes into this whole thing of pirate shenanigans. And actually, from what I was reading, while he's going on these piratey crazy stuff, he gains confidence and everything. So anyway, he's not so Tremble-at-Evil anymore. When I was reading about the reception and everything, what the movie received, I guess that Leon Errol was not a good choice. People didn't like him for some reason. They just didn't enjoy watching him perform. So I'm not sure why. And but anyway, I'm not familiar with Leon Errol. I don't know if I've ever done any of his films. And but quick look here. But look at some of these silent. Yeah, none of these. He did more talkies than anything else. So, but no, the only thing that survives of this film is like a snippet of the trailer, and I think it's like half a minute or a minute. So I always forget that even silent film had trailers back then. I always forget until it's reminded, and until I'm reminded. Now, the other thing is that it was based off of a novel. Now, the interesting thing about the novel is Holman Francis Day wrote the novel. And I'll, of course, put the author in the description below for you so that you can read up more on him. But, you look at the list of books that they have that he wrote, and you don't see Clothes Make the Pirate. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's a different title. And because that happens. And so I decided to look around and everything. Well, I found it, and the cover, or the dust jacket, had Dorothy, I think it was Dorothy Gish, it was hard to tell because it was a little faded. And I'm pretty sure it was Dorothy Gish. So, but it said clothes make the pirate. So it, from what I'm gathering, he wrote the movie novel, the movie adaptation novel. And I mean, I've never seen that before. You know, like I have The Rocketeer, and I have Willow, and I've got like Star Wars and those, and I have two of the Indiana Jones books. So I mean, I'm familiar with that. But for a silent film, usually the book already exists. And that's why they make the film, is because the book already exists, or a stage play already exists. Very rarely do they write the novel later or afterwards. So that was just very interesting to me. That um I mean, I could be way off base here, but I didn't see and for me to have to search and everything. So if you find something else on that, go ahead and correct me. I'm fine with that. Now, one thing that I want to say, when I was reading the plot, I had to laugh because Clothes Make the Pirate reminds me, you know, him loving pirates, being a huge fan of pirates and everything, and wearing the pirate outfit and everything, and being mistaken for a pirate. It reminded me of Don Quixote, and the fact that here he is, he wants to be a knight, and so he's going around all over the countryside, and he attacks that windmill because he thinks it's a monster. And so, but not only that particular story, but later, I think it came out in the 50s, was Court Jester. And Court Jester, if you've seen it, it's a case of mistaken identity. Danny Kaye's character, of course, Hawkins, is mistaken for Giacomo, the king of jesters, jester to the king. And so those two is what it reminded me of. And I look, I love these tales of mistaken identity and everything, but um that's what this one reminded me, you know, with pirates. Who doesn't love pirates? But anyway, guys, Clothes Make the Pirate. It was released in 1925, and Leon Errol. Not too familiar with the stuff from what I was reading of his filmography. He was more in the talkie era. Last of his films were in the 40s. Dorothy Gish is in it, Nita Naldi, and everything else. I'll, of course, put Home Francis Day in the description for you. And so, yeah.